Good morning, students. In the previous class, we studied about different European countries come to India for trade. Which are the European countries come to India for trade? The Portuguese, the Dutch, the English, and the French. In the beginning, these European countries had interest in trade only. Gradually, strong competition between the European countries for attaining trade concession. This led to the battle between the European countries. Next, we study about the competition for the monopoly of trade. The European countries competed for monopolizing trade with India. We studied about the European countries come to India for trade. Gradually, strong competition between the European countries for attaining trade concession. This led to the battle between the European countries. The Portuguese and the Dutch were defeated at the very beginning of these competitions. The Portuguese and the Dutch failed at the beginning of these competitions. Which countries are left? Yes, the French and the English. The French and the English became locked in intense rivalry. Intense rivalry means തീവ്രമായ മത്സരം. And conflict between these forces lasted long. Then the conflict between the English and the French became started. Firstly, the Portuguese and the Dutch were failed. Then the conflict between the English and the French became started. The war between the English and the French lasted for a long time. The series of conflicts between the French and the English in South India was known as Carnatic Wars. What is known as Carnatic Wars? The war between the French and the English for the monopoly of trade in South India was known as Carnatic Wars. Ultimately, the French were defeated. Who won in the Carnatic War? The English won the Carnatic War. There are three Carnatic Wars. Carnatic Wars were fought between the English and the French. These wars led to the ultimate defeat of the French power in India. What is the reason for the defeat of the French in the Carnatic Wars? Because the English had a powerful naval force, but the French navy was very weak. The naval force of the French could not compete with the English. Ultimately, the English won the Carnatic War and established their dominance in India. What is the origin of the name Carnatic War? The war between the English and the French happened mainly in the Carnatic region, which includes the major regions of the present Tamil Nadu. So these battles were known as the Carnatic Wars. The Carnatic War took place in the Carnatic regions of Tamil Nadu. So these battles were known as the Carnatic Wars. Next, the company gains power. After gaining the monopoly of trade, the English East India Company focused on the acquisition of power in India. The company rule in India had its inception in Bengal. The next goal of the English East India Company, who won the competition for trade, was to conquer power in India. What was the next goal of the English East India Company in gaining power in trade? Their aim was to establish the power in India. After gaining power in trade, English East India Company's aim was to establish the power in India. Which region was first targeted by the British? Yes, Bengal. Why did English East India Company choose Bengal? Because the agricultural prosperity and the convenient trade facilities of Bengal. What were the factors that motivated the English East India Company to gain power in Bengal? Agricultural prosperity and the convenient trade facilities prompted the company to capture power in Bengal. How did the British seize power in Bengal? The British started the Battle of Plassey to capture Bengal. At that time, Bengal was ruled by Siraj-ud-Dawla, the Nawab of Bengal. Then the battle started. The battle between the British and Siraj-ud-Dawla, the Nawab of Bengal, is known as the Battle of Plassey. In which year the Battle of Plassey took place? 1757. The British defeated Siraj-ud-Dawla, the Nawab of Bengal, in the Battle of Plassey in 1757. The British defeated Siraj-ud-Dawla in the Battle of Plassey in 1757 and established their power in Bengal. The Battle of Buxar was another battle fought by the British in Bengal. The Battle of Buxar took place in 1764. The entire Bengal came under the company rule with its success in the Battle of Buxar in 1764. After the Battle of Buxar in 1764, Bengal came under the complete control of the English East India Company. After the Battle of Plassey and the Battle of Buxar, the English East India Company established their supremacy at first in Bengal. Let's take a closer look at the Battle of Plassey and Buxar. The British could succeed the Battle of Plassey through the secret alliance in which Robert Clive, the commander-in-chief of the British Army, formed with Mir Jafar, the commander-in-chief of Siraj-ud-Dawla. Who was the commander-in-chief of the British Army? Robert Clive. Who was the commander-in-chief of Siraj-ud-Dawla? Mir Jafar. How the British won the Battle of Plassey? The British won the Battle of Plassey as a result a secret agreement between the Mir Jafar and the Robert Clive. The British could succeed the Battle of Plassey through the secret alliance between Robert Clive and Mir Jafar. However, the success in Buxar was solely due to the superior British military power. The British won the Battle of Plassey as a result of secret agreement between Mir Jafar and Robert Clive. But the British victory in the Buxar was rest of their military power. The British defeated the combined force of Shah Alam, the Mughal emperor, Shuja-ud-Dawla, the Nawab of Oudh, and Mir Qasim, the former Nawab of Bengal. Who defeated the British in Battle of Buxar? Shah Alam, the Mughal emperor. Shuja-ud-Dawla, the Nawab of Oudh. Mir Qasim, the former Nawab of Bengal, was defeated by the British in the Battle of Buxar. Look at the map. Areas conquered by the British after the Battle of Buxar are shown in orange color on the map of India. The reign expands. Mysore was another region that was subjugated by the British. Subjugated means adheenathilavuka. After the Battle of Buxar, Bengal came under the complete control of English East India Company. Then Mysore was next conquered by the British. Mysore was a powerful kingdom in South India. It became the dominant power in the region during the reign of Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan. Tipu Sultan was the son of Hyder Ali. Tipu Sultan was known as the Tiger of Mysore. During the period of Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan, Mysore became the dominant power in the region. Their domination extended even to the areas like Malabar. Tipu Sultan and Hyder Ali extended their power to Malabar. This interrupted the trade of the British in Malabar region. Tipu and Hyder Ali extended their power to Malabar. Then the trade of the British in Malabar became interrupted. The friendly relation that Tipu Sultan maintained with the French also added fuel to the animosity of the British. Animosity means virodha. Tipu's friendship with the French also added fuel to the animosity of the British. This made them conquer Mysore. This led to the Mysore War. What prompted the English to conquer Mysore? Tipu Sultan and Hyder Ali extended their power to Malabar. Then the trade of the British in Malabar became interrupted. And Tipu's friendship with the French also added fuel to the animosity of the British. As a result, a war broke out between Tipu Sultan and British known as the Mysore Wars. There are 4 Mysore Wars. Tipu fought bravely with the British and died fighting in the 4th Anglo-Mysore War. Tipu was killed in the 4th Mysore War. With the success of the British in Mysore Wars, Malabar and Coorg came under the British reign. After the Mysore War, Malabar and Coorg came under the British rule. What was the result of the Mysore Wars? Tipu fought bravely with the British and died in the 4th Mysore War. After the Mysore War, Malabar and Coorg came under the British rule. Then the Treaty of Srirangapattanam. The British had to fight 4 wars before establishing their suzerainty in Mysore. Suzerainty means adhikara sthapikkuka. The British annexed Malabar as per the Srirangapattanam Treaty signed between Tipu and the British after the 3rd Anglo-Mysore War. Annexed means കൂട്ടിച്ചേർക്കുക. After the 3rd Anglo-Mysore War, the British annexed Malabar as per the Srirangapattanam Treaty. Who signed the Srirangapattanam Treaty? Srirangapattanam Treaty signed between Tipu and the British. According to which treaty did the English got Malabar? The Treaty of Srirangapattanam. According to the Treaty of Srirangapattanam, the English got Malabar. After the Third Anglo-Mysore War, British annexed the Malabar as per the Srirangapattanam Treaty. Subsequently, the company conquered the Marathas, who were a threat to the cotton trade of the British. Soon after, they conquered the princely states of Sindh, Punjab and Awadh. Maratha was the next target of the British because the Marathas interrupted the cotton trade of the British. After the Maratha conquest, the British conquered the princely states of Sindh, Punjab and Awadh. We have seen that the British conquered the powerful princely states using military force. Such states came under the British rule. Some other princely states were affiliated through treaties and legislations. We have seen that Bengal, Malabar, Marathas, etc. were all conquered by the British by their military power. But some other princely states were conquered by the British through treaties and legislations. Let's see what are the treaties and legislations. The subsidiary alliance introduced by Lord Wellesley and the doctrine of lapse executed by Lord Dalhousie had important roles in the acquisition of the princely states. Who introduced the subsidiary alliance? Lord Wellesley. Who introduced the doctrine of lapse? Lord Dalhousie. The subsidiary alliance and doctrine of lapse played an important role in the acquisition of princely states. Acquisition means പിടിച്ചെടുക്കുക. Subsidiary alliance. The rulers who signed the subsidiary alliance were assured protection by the company against invasions and internal revolts. Invasions means ആക്രമണം. However, the actual administrative power of the states were with the representatives of the company. What is subsidiary alliance? The British assured protection to countries who joining the subsidiary alliance from invasions and internal revolts. But these princely states were ruled by the representative of the English East India Company. Who introduced the subsidiary alliance? Lord Wellesley. Which princely states were captured by the British through subsidiary alliance? The princely states like Hyderabad, Tanjavur and Indore entered into the subsidiary alliance. Next, the doctrine of lapse. ദത്തവകാശ നിരോധന നിയമം. Lord Dalhousie introduced the policy of doctrine of lapse. As per the policy, when the ruler of a princely state died without a male heir, the British could annex the state with British India. Heir means Anantara Avagashi. Male heir Purusha Anantara Avagashi. Who introduced the doctrine of lapse? Lord Dalhousie. From ancient times, Indian rulers enjoyed the right of adoption in the absence of a normal heir. At that time, Dalhousie introduced a policy named Doctrine of Lapse, according to which the kings were not allowed to adopt a male heir. If a king died without a male heir, that kingdom would be annexed to the British India. In this manner, the British conquered several regions of India. Through this policy, Dalhousie captured Satara, Sambalpur, Udaipur, Jhansi and Nagpur and annexed them into British India. The British annexed Sambalpur, Satara, Udaipur, Jhansi and Nagpur through the doctrine of lapse. The British adopted different strategies to annex the princely states. Which are the different strategies? War. Which are the wars? The Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar, Mysore Wars, Maratha Wars. Another strategy, treaties and legislations. Which are they? Subsidiary alliance and the doctrine of lapse. Almost all of India came under the British rule by 1857 and a unified administration was implemented in British India. By 1857, almost all of India came under the British rule. Unified rule was implemented in the areas conquered by the British. Here is a chart of areas captured by the British through wars, treaties and legislation. Let everyone read and understand this. What we learned in this lesson? We studied different European countries came to India for trade. Gradually, strong competition between these European countries for attaining trade concession. This led to the battle between the European countries. Finally, the English won the battle and established their dominance in India. Then we studied about the British adopted different strategies to annex the princely states. Which are the different strategies to annex the princely states? Wars, treaties and legislations. This lesson is over and everyone should read the text as well. Today's class is winding up.